Hey, is this your face?
It is my face. How are you?
I'm fine. I've missed you, Papa. So you've been back a week, but this is our first time
because
seeing
you were
each
away
other.
last week.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. I was watching you.
The last time I saw you was what, in 2019? This was what, like
year.
9th, before 9th December.
You see how long you've been away? Are you proud of yourself?
But what did you bring?
From where?
Like I'm coming from my Christmas and my New Year gifts. So please, drop it.
Please, you are the one who forget. So I'll expect
I didn't really. I didn't.
Why? Were you in Ghana?
But Broja is Broja.
So?
It doesn't really matter where you are. You have to bring the Broja gifts.
It does. Me,
so
my
I'm taking it
from Ghana.
Yeah.
Is like a prayer for you. You know, for a prosperous 2020.
I think I have something that would be fair.
Yes.
Let's do breakfast or lunch.
Hey.
We pay, like we share costs, and then that's it.
I don't mind. That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And then we'll all be good.
If we say lunch, that means we can go to heavy do.
Oh, we can do heavy do, but I don't eat for food. Let's go to Mauli Sports then.
Which one is that?
There's a joint called Mauli Sports.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, good morning, y'all. If you're just joining us, well, you missed the news.
Yeah.
But we're coming to review the papers. I think this is the only time we have like all the newspaper outlets working.
I know.
Lots of papers today.
Yeah, it seems everybody is really back.
Yeah, we're back.
In full
How is January treating you?
Mama V, I'm not sure I'm happy with January so far. I mean, just on a personal level, it's not been fantastic. The whole time I've been off work, I've been sick. You know, I've not been very well, so I've not really had the best of times. And like,
so it's not the finances.
I was coming to that. Charlie.
Because it's your money phobia. What is that? Lack of money.
Fear of money.
makes you ill.
Oh gosh, it's serious, you know.
It is well. What's today's date again?
It's the what?
11th,
12th,
13th, something like that.
Yeah.
So
it's only the 13th. We're not even halfway through the month yet.
Don't worry, this week will end. By God's grace.
It must.
And then next week will come. But it won't still be end of January.
Yeah. By next week, Monday, it will only be the 20th.
Chale, papa. Oh, so listen, we'll go through this together. We knew it was going to happen. So are you broke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm broke as a joke.
Oh, Kwejo Yansing.
Yeah, and that's all.
Oh, so Charlie, I had a minute because you know you Charlie.
Be what?
Like your lunch is like my.
Oh, I hear. Don't even worry about lunch. Just buy me some pajamas. I'll be fine.
Oh my God! Shall we do the newspapers now?
Let's do that, perhaps. Stay out of trouble.
Oh my God!
Which ones do you have?
The Finder, the Times. I need maybe one more.
Yeah, there's the Dispatch, Today, the Custodian, the Ghanaian, and Observer. Which one would you like? Here's the Dispatch.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want the Custodian?
Yeah, I could.
There you go.
Oh, and Roland isn't with us this week. Roland is off this week.
He sends his love. He'll be back. He'll be back next week.
Yeah. Maybe the following week I could just go.
What
so we're rotating.
You
went up. He's gone off.
Mama,
I could go off the next time.
You can't go off till December. Why?
Charlie.
You can't leave.
It is well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I have the Gold Street Business, the Daily Statesman, the Independent, and the Daily Guide. Why don't you go first?
All right, let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper. We don't have the Daily Graphic yet. Maybe we probably would get hold of it. All right, front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Government to reclaim encroached state lands. Lab results on strange disease at Dedanu to be ready Wednesday, according to the veterinary service. Ghana Health Service uncovers rot. Internal auditor implicated in embezzlement of millions of cedis. Men's gold customers expected in courts. Also another story that's on page 3. It says the more than 90 customers of gold dealership firm Men's Gold Ghana Limited who were granted bail for storming the residence of the company's chief executive officer Nana Mensah, also known as NAM1, last week in demand of the investments are expected to appear before court this week. The police arrested them after besieging the residence of Nana Mensah at Trasacco Estate in Accra last week in demand of their monies. The Deputy Superintendent of Police, Efia Tenge, Public Relations Officer of the Greater Accra Regional Police Command, told the Ghana News Agency that the prosecution unit of the Regional Police Headquarters was working on the dockets, and early this week, all would be set for courts. Also, man arrested for spending susu money, faking kidnap. This story is also on page 3. It says, a hawker who allegedly faked his kidnap after spending 1,000 Ghana cedis being in savings of his friends has been arrested by the airport police here in Accra. The suspect, Emmanuel Kojodogbe, 46, who sells bitter cola at the Jolu traffic light in Accra, used the modus operandi to cover up his inability to refund the money given to him for safekeeping. He's been cautioned on the offense of deceit of public office and has been processed for court, according to Deputy Superintendent of Police Efia Tenge, again in this story. But on page 16, there's a big one on page 16 in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. A bit of it says the Director, Internal Audit Division of the Ghana Health Service, Mr. Kwabena Hemai in Siamwa, has landed himself in hot water over alleged misappropriation of funds of the Ghana Health Service, running into several millions of cedis. And this is in the center spread of the paper. According to the Ghanaian Times, investigations over the last 4 months, Mr. Hemai in Siamwa is alleged to have misappropriated monies meant for audit assignments through a number of schemes since January 2016 to August 2019. Available documentary exhibits in the possession of the Ghanaian Times quoted a wide range of amounts from the various regions since 2018 as monies allegedly swindled by the internal audit boss. The figures range from 6,500 Ghana cedis, 10,500 Ghana cedis, 12,600 Ghana cedis, 15,600 Ghana cedis, 16,850 Ghana cedis, with the highest amount being 18,500 Ghana cedis paid to a supposed fake team during the Western Region audit work on July 7, 2018. It's quite extensive. Written by John Vega in the center spread of the Ghanaian Times. Okay, also laboratory results about the actual disease that has struck hundreds of cows at Dedenu in the Saltong districts in the Volta region would be released on Wednesday. Back page, Hearts celebrate first win. Chelsea stand Kotoko in Kumasi. A horror at Babayara Stadium as fan feared dead. I think later on yesterday on social media, there was a certain release that the fan was in a critical condition but not dead.
Yes, after a shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Benedict will be here with details in sport. We'll get the very latest on this incident. We thought after May 9, you know, we will not record anything like this, but sadly we're here again, and this is 2020. To the final newspaper next, front page of the paper, don't compromise national data. National ID data, President Nana Akufo-Addo cautions stakeholders. Also, Dr. Awal Jogati are best performing ministers for 2019, according to a survey. Will stay focused despite your cartel label, according to the Cocoa Board boss. NDC, other parties demonstrate against new voters register. The Custodian newspaper, and then the Daily Dispatch will be the last one. Custodian, challenge EC's powers in court. Odro side to entry. Anti-new register groups. Odro side to anti-new register groups. But that's one of the things that I remember speaking to Justice Frem Sai, who is a law lecturer, who said, you know, we should move away from if you don't get it, go to courts. You know, he was talking about. I asked about his reflections of the Constitution on Constitution Day, or Constitutional Day, right? Constitution Day, I think. And then he was talking about constitutionalism, and one of the angles was the fact that sometimes state agencies, instead of explaining the issues, would say, if you don't get it, go to court. You know, as if that's the only option that's available. I kind of feel this is almost sounding the same. Challenge EC's powers in courts. Shouldn't always be like that. Yeah.
Well, does he go further to explain which of the EC's powers?
Oh, I guess it will be in this. I haven't.
And so forth.
I haven't read the full story. I guess it's on the the general issue of the register, because I think I read something that he had said, not the full statement though, that they've got the he used the word discretionary powers to compile a register as an electoral commission, as a body. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to compile a register, yes, but a biometric register, that is another thing altogether, because I know that the law says that the only institution in Ghana that is mandated to collect, manage, and store biometric data is the National Identification Authority. So SNIT, collecting your biometric data, is against the law. DVLA, collecting your biometric data, is against the law. Passport Office, against the law. National Health Insurance, it's against the law. Electoral Commission, it's against the law. Because the law says only the National Identification Authority should collect biometric data. All other institutions can access it when necessary, but the collection, management, and storage of that data should be done by only one institution. And you can understand why. Biometric data is very sensitive data. It can connect you, link you to any record. In fact, sometimes it's even used to solve crimes, right?
And we're just giving it like that?
We're allowing even churches, political parties are all collecting biometric data, and it's illegal.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, just yesterday I was talking about this and saying that somebody ought to take it to the Supreme Court.
You see, it comes back to that, right? Yeah. But I would love to take my time and
read that law.
Exactly. Yeah. It would be really important that all these state institutions blatantly just abusing what shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay, let's run through the rest of the headlines. NDC torments Resolute EC over new voters register. NP assists special schools. That's it for the custodian. The Daily Dispatch. New voters register or not, better to challenge EC decision in courts than demonstrations, according to Benjamin Efsin. That's Ben Efsin. Okay, so essentially same angle as Odro side. It is prudent to get new data center for $6 million than upgrade old one for $15 million, according to the Electoral Commission. Will you be an MP if you were blocked? Amwako Tufuo ask those lobbying to go unopposed. You can read on in the paper. All right, Kojo?
Yeah, all right. So I have the Daily Guide, the Gold Street Business, the Statesman, and the Independent. I understand we may not have the image of the Daily Guide, so it looks something like this morning, if you can see it from where you... Oh, we do. We have it. There you go. All right. Police probe Kumasi killer's injuries, the banner headline this morning. And this is the story that broke sometime last week about a shooting at a hotel. The victim is Comfort Owusu. The suspect is Edwin Auku, but he also has an injury. And apparently the police are looking into it. I don't know whether he sustained that injury after his arrest. But the details are on page 3. Four-finger injury of Edwin Auku. Yeah. Okay. So, so this is an injury that he allegedly sustained in the shooting. Yeah, to his left forefinger, and they're looking into it. All right. Ghana-Turkey signed deal. UCC contractor clears air. GES interdicts teacher rapist. And First Sky to build kidney transplant center. Now that teacher rapist story is on page 6, and we're seeing a few too many of these days. Teachers who
has it been dealt with by the justice system?
It doesn't look
the
like
way they call him rapists.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it from this story. I mean, first of all, there's no mention of the police whatsoever.
Okay.
They say that it's the Ghana Education Service that has interdicted him. Rapist is in quotation marks. But the story says that the GES has determined that he indeed should be investigated for this, and so he has been interdicted.
Okay.
No mention of a police report. All it says is that After the Daily Guide broke the story, residents of Tamale called for the immediate arrest of the suspect, with others launching a manhunt for him. So there's no mention of the police looking for him here. But he apparently is nowhere to be found at the moment. But there's no mention here of a police report or anything. It's just the GES looking into it. It's funny, it's in strange contrast to another story that I raised here some time ago about a headmaster who was convicted in the northern part of the country. I wish I could remember which town exactly. For raping a 10-year-old girl, pupil of his, raping her on his desk, a head teacher, and then giving her 10 Ghana cedis, telling her to shut up, otherwise he'll kill her. And she, of course, was brave enough to report it, and so a case ensued. But while the police were looking into it, unlike this one where the police don't appear to have even started, while the police were looking into that matter, the GES transferred the head teacher to another school. So he was a head of another school, superintending over other people's children, while the police were looking into him for rape. So this process where they can interdict you and remove you from the proximity of children while you are being investigated for such a crime, that didn't appear to have happened in that case. It is happening in this case, which is a relief, but I think it needs to be a standard operating procedure. That once you are suspected of doing something that involves the vulnerable in our society, particularly children, I mean, you must be removed from their proximity while the case is looked into. If it turns out that you are not guilty, you resume your work. It should be as simple as that. But while that risk exists, there should be no reason why we gamble with it in exchange for your reputation. I mean, I think the safety of children should be far more important than anybody's
on what
reputation.
Basis would they transfer the person who's been investigated for wrongdoing?
That's a good question.
I thought you'd rather say would get him to step aside, but we will make sure that he's available anytime you want to question him. We should have the schools reporting some of these incidents. Being the complainants.
In this case, I mean, in that case in the north, the matter was reported by the parents of the girl, but the school, the GES, appeared to be frozen. I remember I actually interviewed the district director of the GES on the Super Morning Show, and they seemed to not even realize that interdiction was an option. You know, I asked, why have you transferred him? Why is he looking after other children while he's suspected of this?
What reason did they give for the transfer?
They said that the person has not been convicted.
Yeah, but they heard that he had been accused of something.
They said it was routine transfer.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Charlie, we have like a
while to go. Not just a way.
As a while, it sounds better than a long way.
Yeah, the journey is long. Although, I mean, you have just traveled to the other side of the world, so you realize that no matter how long it is, you will get there if you are given enough time.
I think it's more painful.
True. All right. Shall I do the Gold Street business real quick? And the banner headline this morning, GSE, Ghana Stock Exchange, begins the year with 2 mega corporate restructuring deals. Government resists front-loading domestic financing needs as 2020 election year begins. That means that MMDAs are going to be squeezed for cash for a while. Auditor General's office...
election year.
Indeed. Auditor General's office set to verify assets of public office holders. This one made quite a bit of the rounds before Christmas. The headline in itself, raising a lot of expectation. The Auditor General has sent a memo around to all of his auditors to tell them that this year the audit includes asset declaration of all state officials. All right, MTN makes 14 billion rand in asset sales. I don't know how much that is in dollars or cedis. I'll have to work it out. GCB Bank invests 370 million Ghana cedis in agric and cocoa sectors. All right, the Daily Statesman is out this morning. Australia's bushfires and the boiling frog effect. Yeah. Keep Mahama away from the presidency. Sekou Nkrumah says the NDC's man is not forward-thinking. Christmas 2019 shopping was the best in years, according to a DI report. Somaya to expand the frontiers of science and the eastern regions. Hope for a new university seems to be taking shape. Some wonderful photographs here of the facility. And I'll do the Independent last. That's the last paper I have it on my desk here. And Ghana should be ashamed of the position on corruption rankings, according to Justice Emil Short. Chinese demand is fueling donkey theft and stressing out farmers in Ghana. Donkey theft, really? Also, aptitude test better than interviews in process for promoting teachers, according to NAGRAT. Fascinating. And that's it. So,
I was looking at the News One. I went back to the Daily Guide. I went to the News One. That's the page for entertainment and, you know, interesting stories, you know. And I guess there was a particular story I was looking out for. Didn't see. So let's do myjoyonline.com, shall we?
Mama B.
Oh, I didn't say nothing, you know.
Should I hug you to sleep? Let's look at my JoyNews.
Thank you.
And see what's happening there this week. Oh dear.
Oh,
right.
Fred Potiphar, are we doing my JoyNews? Or you want us to hug?
All right then. So NSMQ 2020, Vansbin begins road to redemption in Central Region qualifiers.
Don't say anymore. Please move on.
Oh, oh dear. This year, they should come back. They should travel their road to redemption and they'll come and meet us along that road where we will knock them out gleefully.
I can't believe you'll still be around this year.
It depends. I'll be there, Papa.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that you made a lot of difference last year. Like,
oh, you think so?
Winning it.
Well, it was my duty.
Was a Kojo factor.
It was no more than my duty. Anyway. Let's see what else there is.
I had to cry. Why?
Yeah, me Me boha. Kwaboche and Presec. They are looking out for us. We'll be here. Anyway, what else have we got going on? Iran plane downing, second day of protest turns up heat on leaders, and that's a bit of an issue there for Iran, who have admitted to accidentally shooting down that plane. After denying it, yeah. 33-year-old electrician dies on low voltage lines in Pando. Oh, that's a sad story indeed. Also, arguments against new voters register completely bogus. That's according to a group backing the commission's decision. And Foreign Minister woos Turkey to support Ghana's industrialization drive. I like the fact that she focused on construction. Turkey has some unique expertise in construction. They manufacture so much that goes into construction, from doors and windows to fittings, and even the technology for construction. A lot of it is evolving in Turkey as we speak. So it would be nice to see them playing a major role here in Ghana, where we have a massive housing deficit. Scoreboard results and match day stats for Ghana Premier League Week 3. And Benedict will have more for us on that in a moment. Release postings in 7 days or face our wrath. Graduate basic school teachers to GES and Ministry of Education. Hey, Roth things come inside. We want to start the year on Roth. Wahala. Okay, and Medical confirms breakup with Fela Makafui. Who is surprised? Are you?
Well, is it a breakup or not? Some people think it's probably could be a publicity stunt, and this is coming out, so it's not like he's going to say anywhere, or this is coming out because he's got new music that he dropped on Friday, El Chapo.
Okay.
And according to the words in the song, like, it's kind of like need you to think that there's something. And some people say Fela Makafui also deleted pictures of them on social media. But Charlie, these things, I'm not sure. And then I think what was it Medical who posted "I'm sorry" or something, and people are just reading it.
And Fela posted something about Medical, apologizing for, bedding some minor slave queens,
Before Fela there was a Sister Debbie and
snake phobia.
We're talking about modus operandi, right?
Yeah. But look. Here's the reality of it. If indeed this is all a stunt, then kudos to them, because this is another level of public manipulation for for publicity and marketing. But enough of the deception. Like that should not always be our go-to.
Yeah.
Let's do something positive to raise our profiles, not just lie. That is if it's not true. But if it is true, then obviously they are going through a tough time, no doubt. So should I say our thoughts are with them? Are they? I can't really say I think about Stella McCaffrey and medical every day, but well,
I'm a Sister Debbie kind of person, so
you're on the Debbie tip.
I can't say my thoughts are with
Why? Why? Do you want Sister Debbie to go back to medical?
No way.
So why are you supporting her like there is a battle she must win?
I'm just saying I won't say my thoughts are with you. Like, battle it out, whichever way. I mean, listen, it happens. Benedict.
Yes, Mama V and Kojo.
Benedictus.
I think it's sad that we're talking Kotoko, we're talking Baba Yara, we're talking disturbances, we're talking shooting, and somebody in a critical condition.
Yeah, especially